Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Eddie here at Eddie Makes Art, and I am in the process of finishing up the mixed media tags and bookmarks that I started in the previous video. I've gotten a lot of work done on some of these, and so let me just go through some of them so you can see where we're at, and then we'll continue working on some of these. So this one turned out really nice. This was over the black paint. This was a gel print I made on carnival tissue. And then this is a gel print I made a while ago. It was on some, I think it was cardstock. So that's really nice. And let me, if I can hold it up to you, you can see the texture in there, hopefully. That's really cool. Like, yeah, very textured there. So I don't know if I'm going to add any more to this. I do need to do something about the edge, add a tassel, but I think what I'm going to do is, before I do tassels and all that, I think I'm going to go ahead and Mod Podge them so that they have a nice finish and everything is secure on there. And then this one we did on the last video. I really like how this turned out. I went ahead and backed it with some with an old gel print. You see, I don't know if you can tell, it's like shiny gold, or it's like a brassy color actually, but I got that on there. So I think this just needs attention to the edges a little bit, because sometimes like they'll overlap. Just want to make sure everything is good and glued down. And then it needs a tassel. And this one's almost done. This one just needs a back. I'm happy how the front turned out. I did this one in the last video. And I love how the front turned out. It just needs a back. Same for this little dude. He just needs the backing on here. And then these, let me see, was there a third one of these? Yeah. So these were fun. I really liked how these turned out. And then on the back, what I decided to do is I had some book pages from an old computer textbook, and had some really cool graphic images like these. And so I just said, you know what, I think this would be fun on the back, and we'll leave it at that. And again, I'll Mod Podge these to finish them up. I'm not sure what I'm putting on the front yet. We can figure that out today, maybe. And that's the thing with some of these mixed media tags is I don't finish them in one sitting usually. It takes a while. I'll go back, I'll set them aside, I'll go back to them, I'll set them aside, I'll go back to them, and when I'm satisfied that they're done, they're done. So I'm sure a lot of you get that with things that you make as well. Here's another bookmark, and this one's from the last video. But what I did is I had some of this coffee dyed. It's like it's map. It's the appendix of a large map book, and this is the really good quality paper. And I had coffee dyed it, and then glued them on the backs of these. And then what I did is I took some Punchinella and then put some, with my little paddle brush, rub some ink on it to get these really cool, dot designs on the back. And these just need some of that Mod Podge. I don't know what to do on the front yet, and that's okay. We can figure it out. This one is pretty much done. I added a little washi flower here that I thought went well. It doesn't stand out a lot, but I didn't want it to. I wanted it to kind of, blend. But the paper I used on this is a piece of packaging, and I used it to clean off my brayer and stencil, and I was using the Dream Big Poem script, I think it's called, from Froyo. and I was using white paint on another print. And then, so what I did with that is I put it, I cleaned it off on this paper, and then I used that to cover the bookmark. And you can see here, I did the dots in a shade of blue there. I just like that. It's subtle, but it's really cool. And then the 3 dots here, these are cutouts from another gel print. So I thought that was fun. I went ahead and added the tassel, but it definitely needs to be Mod Podged. And here, oh yeah, it's another one from this group here. And this funny story behind this particular paper, it's, if you can tell, it's different pieces, right? Like shards of paper. What happened was I was trying to clean off a plate that had a bunch of different stuff on it, and I used rice paper to try and pick it up, and I let it sit overnight, but it did not pick up very well. So unfortunately, it ripped. But I kept the pieces and I collaged them on here, and I think that turned out really well. And I did the same thing on the back. And then these were fun. These were from the mixed media papers I did in a couple videos ago. Put that on one side, and then the back side was black. So what I did was I painted half the black with this here, the color shift in aqua. So this is Aqua Flash, and it's a transparent, mostly transparent paint with that shine to it, so that gives it a really cool look. And then I had some Russian book pages that I put on the other half, and then just inked them up. I think that turned out pretty cool. And you can see the texture from the black acrylic beneath that I put on top of the gesso. So kind of cool things going on there. And so this one, oh yeah, so this was one where I was painting a texture plate, this one, or a embossed paper, right? And then this was left on the plate, so I took a book page and pulled it up, and that's what that is. I don't know, maybe we could cut a bit of this out, maybe do a circle punch and do a couple of circles, something like that. Maybe we'll keep this together. Maybe we'll do that. This one's pretty much done. This is a paper doll, the Tim Holtz paper doll, one of the ones that I colored in my last video. Not the last one, the one before that one. And here is more of that gel print on the packaging. So whatever was left is what I used for the bookmark. So I put that on the front. This is a piece of gel print I used to help ground him. All shiny, shiny. And it's hard to tell, but I did do the Punchinella ink thing on the top here. You can see it in some spots. And then on the back, I took another page from that computer textbook and glued that on there. I thought it was really cool, kind of retro, but the colors go well with the colors on the front. So there you go, easy peasy, pumpkin squeezy. This one was a challenge because I glued this butterfly on there. It was a butterfly that I used modeling paste, the light and fluffy texture paste through a stencil, and I got this really cool print, and I painted it yellow, and then I never used it. Well, I said, well, let me put it on here. But what I failed to do was get it to, I put it on a color that just didn't blend well, and this really stuck out. And so I was kind of bummed, and I kept looking at it, and so what I ended up doing was just taking different shades of green and yellow and some blue, and then just painted around it, trying to disguise that obvious line. You can still kind of see it, but it's not as visible as it was before. And then I just, kind of give it kind of a silhouette look, and then finished off the rest of the tag like that. And yeah, we need a back on that. And this one, it was a little messy, but I kind of like it. This was using this stuff here. This is metallic gilding polish. See how beautiful that color is. And this is Gold Treasure gilding polish. And I used the Punchinella and a palette knife to push it through there. I was a little sloppy with it. I was kind of rushing, but I don't know, it's kind of cool. And once it's dried, it's got really, it's dry. It's got a cool texture to it. And then there's 3 dots there that I added from another gel print. That's actually the same gel print from the bottom of this one here. So save your scraps, because you never know when, you know, one of those little scraps can come in handy. Like, let me show you, I put it away, didn't I? I had a big plastic thing around here yesterday when I was working of all kinds of gel print scraps, big, small, you know, everything in between. So that's that. And yeah, I backed that with the computer textbook paper. And this young lady here is the same as this other dude. I don't think she has a backing either. Nope. So these two definitely need a backing. I love the fronts. I think the front is good to go. I don't know, maybe a little, like I don't know, I was thinking maybe like splashing some white on there, but I don't think it needs it. So I'm not gonna mess that up. I'm gonna just work on the backs here. And then these are 3 that I glued on last night to some backing paper. And then this one, it was a piece of, it was a wipe off gel print basically that I was cleaning off a plate with. So this just needs to be trimmed out. This is another one I made in the last video. Honestly, I'm not excited about this, but it's not terrible, but I'm not gonna, you know, mess with it too much. If anything, what I may do is emboss the flower. So kind of come in with the pen and put in some embossing ink in certain areas, add some powder and do that. I think that will be cool. And then I took this piece of scrapbook paper to glue down on the back, which I think works well with that print in the background, the yellow. And then this one, this is a piece of texture paste on tissue that I did in the mixed media video a couple of weeks ago. And I glued it down onto the gel prints that I already put on here on the tag. And you know, my gluing was not perfect. This kind of like this bottom part kind of stuck out and it was like really jagged, and I was like, oh, this is because I was rushing. So then I put a extra piece of this print right down below and glued that in. It kind of helped. And then just used some colored pencil to kind of blend it all together. Again, not perfect, but I think it works. And we could always come in and emboss over on some of these, so that might be cool. And then this is a gel print that my friend Rhonda sent me in some Happy Mail. Isn't that beautiful? And I was like looking for something to put on here, and I came across this, and I was like, yeah, that's what I'm going to use. It's very, very nice gel print on a good paper, so that'll be good. So I think I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to cut these out, and then let's do some. Maybe we'll do some embossing first. Okay, so I'll speed this part up. All right, these are ready to go. Do a little cleanup here. I hope you all doing well today. I got me some Dunkin' Donuts again today. Shh. Not in my budget, but you know what? Sometimes you just got to treat yourself. Actually, I had to go out and run a couple errands this morning, And I said, let me grab some coffee on my way back. It's like really cold out there today. So yeah, this was very warranted. Okay, so I want to do some embossing. So let me clear up a little bit of this hullabaloo going on. My desk is a lot messier than usual, but not in a bad way. It's just a lot of, like when you're doing mixed media stuff, like there's always all kinds of stuff that you want to use, and you try to, like, you know, keep it all around you and all that good stuff. But and then when you don't have a lot of room, that's the issue, is trying to keep everything, you know, conveniently close by, but then also not, you know, impeding your workspace. And you can see I was working all day yesterday on these and some other stuff, and that was just messy. I've cleaned it 3 times already, so it's just that's just how it goes, you know. So I got my Versa ink, Versa mark watermark stamp. That's embossing ink. I've got a pen, the brush pen. I also have one that's got the bullet points. So get this out of the way. So I keep my embossing stuff here in this little container. I actually had to use these. Used to hold my baking supplies in here, like especially my pastry bags, my pastry tips, other stuffs. And we're gonna do that flour, right? So, probably that. And then where's the flour? Where's the flour? Here we go. I'm just gonna shift these over. So for the flour, we've got some, let's use some of this yellow here, some of that, maybe use some of that orange too. And then down here I have pink, but I think that's just way too bright. It's too bright. I have a softer. This might work. So I don't know if you've heard me say this before, but these powders were gifted to me, and I don't have like specific names for them. So sorry, but it is what it is. Well, let's just start with these 3, and then we'll go from there. We'll see how it all happens. Got my little toothpick here. It's not a toothpick. It's a it's got a little swab on the end, and it helps just to clean up things. What else? I don't think we need any other color right now, so I'm just going to set this to the side. I've got my heat gun. It's tangled in something else. Ooh, fun. So let's see. Should we bring you in closer so you could see better? Better. Let's see. Here we go. I hope I didn't make you too dizzy. What is this? This is the bullet pen. Okay. So let me start with the yellow here, and I'm just going to do some marks on the leaves. Oh yeah, that looks so much better. Very cool. Okay. Before I do anything in the center, I'm going to move down to the rose part, because that's still hot and I don't want to melt it again and ruin it. Go through some paper. So for the rose, Okay, not bad. Not too bad. It just makes it stand out better. It just makes it a lot nicer, I think. Yeah, I gotta let this cool down for just a few minutes. What was the other one? There was another one we were gonna emboss. I think it was this one. But what color? I have some blue out here. I have some frosted crystals. That didn't do much. Just heat it a little bit more. Let's see. Yeah, no, that does not stand out too much. Okay, I don't like this then. So we shall put this to the side for now. And let's pick another color. Where's my case? Here it is. Sorry about the noise. What if we do the silver? That would be cool. Do some silver. Maybe, yeah, let's do some silver. All right, this time we'll start down here because this side's kind of hot still. Oh yeah, that's much better. Look at that. Cool, cool beans. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so let me get the pen and we'll do some more of that silver. Okay, I think that one is looking spectacular. Very cool. All right, so this needs to cool down a bit. I'm gonna set that by my window here because it's drafty and it will cool down fast. All right, just gonna take a second to clean up and then we'll return to the flowers. Okay, for the next part on the flowers, I'm gonna do the green. So I guess we can start here and just kind of draw some of it in. Let's see here. Okay, digging it. Oops, I just smushed that. Yep. Good job, Eddie. I'm gonna have to fix that yellow area, but this has to dry. It's or cool down. It's very hot. So don't do what I did. Just a little bit here. Okay, so yeah, before we add any other colors, I'm going to let this cool off completely. And that way, clumsy me won't get everything, smooshed up. Come on. You don't want to come down? A little tappy tap. Go. So let's see, there was something else we wanted to emboss. I'm not sure what. Is it these. Oh, you know what we could do with these? Let me get some stamps, and we're going to stamp and emboss these. All right, we've got a couple here. And let's see what we can do. Let's definitely do the unraveling squares on this one. This is one of my designs, and you can find this at pmartiststudio.com. So maybe like right there. And I have some other stamps. My snowflake stamps that are available as well. There's 3 of them, and you can get 1, 2, or you can get the set of 3. And I should be getting them tomorrow along with my new stencil, so I will definitely be playing with those. Hopefully with the product testing that I'll be doing. We haven't decided on a color. Before I stamp it, what color do we want to do? This has bluish in it. So, do we want to do that? Let's do this sort of goldy, bronzy color. And we'll see how that turns out. I mean, all these stamps are from PM Artist Studio, FYI. I'll link them below along with my discount code. That'll get you 10% off your purchase there, which is fantastic, right? Everybody wants a little discount. Nice. All right, so we set that to cool. Where's the other one? Here we are. So for this one, what if we could do a couple of these, like 1, 2, 3. Here, let's turn them to the diamond shape, which I'm probably not even centering correctly, so. Oh well. Let's see what happens. It's not too bad. A little off kilter, but it's okay. Okay. So you to the side and let's heat it up. Cool. All right. That one is ready to go. Gotta cool that down. Let's see this one here. Yeah, I really like that one. I do. And let's see, how is our flower doing? So I need to fix this over here. So this would be a good time to do that. Where's the pen? Bullet pen. Okay, so let me just do a little repair work. All right, that's good. Now we can do this, the cranberry one. And I think that one's finished. So here, I want to get this in here. All right, that is so much better. I really like that one. And this one has a backing. Yep, I ripped it a little bit, but that's okay. All right, I'm gonna cleaned up a little bit. And I went ahead and I punched out 3 circles with my 1-inch punch from this embossed paper to put on here. And it's gonna match the back side, which is the print that I got from painting that. But the edges are really white. So I'm going to take some of this Distress ink in Victorian Velvet and just ink up the edges so it's not so stark. I think glue them down, and I'm going to use probably the, what's that called, Fabrifix, simply because these are a little thicker and it has all these bumps and grooves, and I think it would be better off using that glue because it dries quickly and it's clear and it's very strong. All right, so before that, let's figure out where we want them. Just want to go straight down the middle. I think that'd be cool. Just go straight down the middle. 1, 2, 3. All right. Oh, and this is the glue I'm talking about, Fabrifix. It's for fabric, lace, leather, trims, and more. It's fast grab, quick dry, washable, and acid-free. It's a silicone glue, and it's acetone based, so it's got a little stinkiness to it, but unless you're sitting there huffing it, you'll be all right. Don't do that. If you do have breathing issues, this is the kind of glue that you want to use in a well-ventilated area because it can get stinky. Give it a gentle push. There we go. That's one. Do the third one. Make sure I get enough into the pockets in there. You have a little bit of wiggle time to kind of maneuver it if you need to move it, but don't piddle around because once it dries, it dries. But like I said, it dries clear. So if a little bit comes out or, you know, what have you, it's really not going to show. And with the silicone glue, sometimes you can rub at it and it'll roll off. You know, you can rub it off and it comes off sometimes. So, you know, things to keep, oh geez, see? Things to keep in mind. There's my rag, here we are. So, and that was the back, remember? Got that. That's the other thing with doing mixed media tags is they take a little longer because you gotta let stuff dry. Otherwise, you end up with a mess. So let me let this dry before I handle it anymore. Close that up. So this one's good. I need something to back these two with. And I had some cool gold paper. Give me a second, I'm gonna find it. See if I can get down there. Actually, I found the gold paper. And then I also found some other stuff that I might be able to could use, so. But I think this would look really cool on the back and it would totally go with this. So let's get to gluing. This is like a shiny kind of background. I don't know, like it's flimsy, but I am going to use some of the matte gel medium on here, and hopefully that'll work for us. So a little bit of glue. I've never glued this stuff down. I got it in some Happy Mail. I've never glued it down on anything. I've never really used it, so this will be interesting. I think it'll stick. I think it'll be just fine. Ooh, look at that. Okay. Now let's do you. I think it's gonna work. So let me just set this to dry, and let's see what else we can put some backing on while we're thinking about it. For this, let's see, what did I bring out here? That's just too short. Animals. How about that? That would look very nice. I think that is perfect. I'm wondering if I may have a little gap here. Yeah, I think there's going to be a little gap, but if anything, I can just trim off the bottom part and it'll fit perfect. So yeah, so there's not much overhang, so I'll just trim that later once this is dry. And this is just scrapbook paper that I got in, it was like a box of different book scrapping supplies, and this is some of the paper in there. Kind of glossy, but I like it. The colors work. I mean, these are ready to go. I think they just need something on the front, but I don't know what. Let's look at our peoples here. Our Tim Holtz dolls that we put together. There's her. Could do this couple. Do this one. That's just a little too big. Oh, maybe that one. Let's see how it looks on this one. Get better there. Now let me just take a look on the other side. That. There is this little young lady here. Oh, that'd be cool. We could put her here, get something for her to stand on, because you want to ground them, and then maybe something over here. Okay, so that's an idea for that one. No. Let's see. Now, I do have some that I haven't colored in that I can do that now. Let's do that. I went ahead and I put texture gesso, the clear gesso on some of these, so they would be ready to go. So let me get my pencils, and we'll have a little play. Okay, so what are some of the colors here? Let's maybe dress in red for our purple dress. Let's do this orangey color this is a little bit of a sharp. All right, let's start. Alrighty then. Look at her. Looking super fly. Alright. These can go away. Ooh, this one's dry. Look at that. That's really cool. Okay, so we want to glue these down, but we need something to, like I was saying before, ground them. So let me get some scrap paper here. All right, so I just need a piece for each side. And I'm going to, let's see, where's my ruler? Just gonna trim this here. And then trim off some of that white. Don't want that. And I think just a nice strip right along here will work perfect. Yeah. Let's just rippity-rippy. There we go. Glue. We need a little bit of glue. You know what? I can use my glue stick for this one. I think it's fine. It's a thin paper. I believe this is mulberry paper that I did this on. Pretty sure. And then on this side, I'll take another strip here. And this one has a little bit more of that orangey to go with her dress. How about that? Okay. Like this, like this, like this. Excess I'll cut off once it's dry. It's easier to cut off when it's dry. It's less gummy on your scissors, you know what I mean? But to glue down the dolls, I'm going to use glitter glue because that's going to hold it better. These are a little thicker than just like a regular cardstock or, you know, regular paper. I mainly focus on the edges and then I go around in the middle just like a little bit, but it's mainly the edges you really need to glue so that she doesn't pop off and go somewhere else. There we go. We can even lower her. Yeah, that's good. I'm going to use here, I can use my towel here, just push her down. I don't want to get glue all over my hands in case it comes out. All right, I am digging that. Let's see. The card's already bent from being, glued down. I haven't flattened them out yet, but once this is dry, what I'll do is I will put it, or even before it's dry, I can put it between some heavy books, so then they'll flatten out nicely. All right, she's done. And then the young lady in blue. Let's get her glued down. Let's see, where shall you go? Right over there. Yes. And the blue, the Aqua Flash color shift paint looks really good with her outfit. Awesome. That's great. Yeah, I'll have to think about if I'm going to put anything else, maybe a sentiment. I don't know. I think for now I'm just going to let these dry. So this one's good to go. This one just needs a backing. And let's see, Grace. How about, let's see if this paper pack has anything cool I could use. Oh, there we go. That will go great. I thought it was going to be harder. Okay, let me pin this up, and we're going to use the gel medium on this. But first, coffee. So, I hope you guys give this a try, or hopefully I'm giving you some ideas to apply to your own journal cards, journal tags, bookmarks, just mixed media art in general. There's all sorts of stuff you can use, mix and match. Do what you think looks good. Do what is your vibe. You may not like everything I'm doing. However, you may like some of the techniques. So, keep that in mind. And as always, if you have any questions about, what I do, how I do it, just drop them in the comments there. I've been a little slow to answer comments lately, and that's a whole nother story. But anyway, I'll be getting to those very soon. But I do see them. I appreciate all the comments I get, and you guys are awesome. We'll give a shout out to Kat. And, oh, geez, I forgot your grandson's name. I want to say I have it somewhere around here, and I don't. I'll probably think of it as soon as I turn the camera off. But Kat, hi to your grandsons. How are you? I know they watch along with her. Another great person out there who's very supportive is Colleen. And then there is Christy Hartman. There's Julie Torrens, Paula, Mariah, and Patricia over at PM Artist Studio. Carrie Griffiths. Names are hard right now. I'm trying to think of some of the names. Charmaine. Chanterelle Arts. She's always very supportive. Lydia, Rhonda, who I mentioned earlier. Miriam, my other mama, she's in Israel. As I think of names, I'll shout them out. But yeah, got a lot of great viewers and supporters, and it's awesome. Makes me happy. Makes me want to do more videos, and I don't put them out as often as some of the other crafters, but it's because I like to take my time and you know, do things the way I do them. And you know, some people can knock out a video every day, 2 video. I that's just not how I work. I mean, I don't. Sometimes there's some days where, yeah, I can knock out 2 videos, but that's few and far between. And you know, that's just how I work. But you know, you guys are very, very supportive and understanding, and you cheer me on, and it's very, very cool. And some of y'all are funny in the comments. That's always appreciated. Wrong ones. Let's see. So let's just trim these up. And I'm not going to finish all of these on camera, but once they're complete, I will post pictures up on my Instagram account, The Real Eddie Makes Art, I think it's called, on Instagram, and it's down below. The link is down below in the description box. And so I will post pictures there, and I will also post pictures in the PM Artists Facebook group, Makers of Mixed Media Art and Artists. If you're not a member, join. Get on it. That's where a lot of me and my arty friends hang out. There's lots of activities that we do. One of the activities is one that I head up, and that's the collage prompt for every month. And there's a theme, and there's a creative collab, which used to be the video hop. But now it's just the Makers Creative Collab. There's a different theme every month. This month it's Freshen It Up. And then what you do is you create something with that theme in mind. It's very loose, and you can present it however you want. You could do, if you're a YouTuber, do a video. You could put it on Instagram, you know, put it on all your socials, and just make sure you're using the hashtags Makers Creative Collab 2024 and Freshen It Up, FRESHNITUP. If you're doing my collage prompt, that's going to be Makers Collage Prompt 2024, and this month's theme is New Beginnings. So if you hashtag those, and I'll be able to find them, and I can see what you do. That'd be very cool. All right, so these are good to go. Let's just trim this while we're thinking about it. Very nice. Now I will certainly come back and maybe do something on here, or I can put something where, you know, if you want to write something or not. So, you know, we'll see. So there's 2. There's this one. Move some of this to the side. There's that. Oh, yeah, we have these here. Let me just trim that up. This was gonna be the front, but I really just love how this paper looks, this painty paper. So I think I'm gonna leave that as it is, and then this will be the front, the focal point. Same with this one. Oh, our dot one. That one turned out very nice. Yeah, so this one will need a little bit more going on, but work on that later. There's this one we embossed with my stamp. This is Unraveling Squares. Coffee. And here's the one of the first ones I made in this series. And here's the paper I put on the back, and then we embossed the front. This was I think it was Tim Holtz flower ephemera thing, and we did some embossing on it and made it just really extra special. And here I used another stamp, a foam stamp, to create these designs here. That's heat embossed. And the back, this is a gel print. A lot of the backings are gel prints that I've made. Some you may have seen me make. Ooh, let's not forget these two fellas. I got to cut these. Let me cut these here so we can see how they turned out. This is a gold paper, very thin. That I just been not wanting to use it because I love it so much, but I think this is the perfect thing to use it on. Yeah, so on this tag, these circles, these are gel prints I cut out, and then the little gold pieces, or bronze, I think it's more of a bronze, those are just pieces from the gel print that I ripped up and glued down to mimic stars. And then we sat this young man on some washi tape. I like the dark red, it offsets the other colors nicely. The background is just a, oh look, it's coming up. All right, I'm gonna have to work on that. But the background is it's white gesso, and then I painted over it with black acrylic. So it gave it that cool background. So I wonder if it's just this. I'll have to glue that down again. The rest though seems like it's gonna stick. The edges always give you a problem sometimes, you know, so I'll have to go through that. Now, okay, so I may not be using this paper correctly. So I'll try another glue, we'll see. So let me cut this out and go from there. See, we're always learning, right? Now, I know someone out there is gonna know what paper this is, and they're gonna tell me all about it. And I hope you do, because, you know, I like to learn. If you learn something new every day, I think you're doing life well. Just learn something new every day. It doesn't have to be anything, you know, scholastic or, you know, mind-blowing. It can be something as simple as, why is this paper not sticking? Am I not using the right glue, or is this paper meant for something else? So yeah, see? So if you know about that, learn me up in the comment section. So I think I'm gonna leave it here. And yeah, this was fun. Got a lot done. Some embossing. Look at that. That's so cool. All right, so thank you so much for joining me, and stay tuned for more videos. And like I said earlier, I'm going to be doing some product reviews really soon. It's a big surprise, so stay tuned for that. Thank you so much. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. I will see you very soon.